Sell, buy, plan. Welcome, Ask the Experts. Thank you for joining me. Homestead Mortgage. In times like this, I think it's super important to have you guys on. Will and Heather Witt. This is the third week in April. And what is going on in this week of mortgage?
Yeah, thanks Wendy for having us. Happy to be here. So this week in the mortgage market, we've actually had a little bit of good news. The interest rate market has actually improved slightly over the past 2 days. This morning when I woke up I checked and it was improving as well. Yesterday was even better, which is kind of rare lately. We haven't had an improvement in the interest rate environment for just over a month. So yeah. It's kind of a big deal. It's nice. I would definitely suggest if anybody's out looking at houses, if you have something under contract, lock in that interest rate now. Take advantage of kind of this temporary good news, over the past couple days.
Lock in. Why buy now?
So even though rates are sort of on the rise right now, home prices are also on the rise.
Yes.
And you may find that if you lock in a rate now, it seems higher than it has been the last couple months, but if they keep rising, you're going to be happy that you locked in a rate now. And if rates do decrease in the near future, you can always refinance.
And I am seeing as a realtor that buyers are getting scared. I mean, interest rates are not that high, people, to start your new life, to be in the right school district, to downsize. They're not that high, right? I mean, this isn't, 2008, right?
It's funny you brought that up because I talked to a client just this past weekend and I was going through kind of what the current interest rates are. And she's like, well, that's not that bad at all. When I bought my house 15 years ago, the interest rate was 9%.
Mine was 8.67, so.
Yeah.
And so the other thing that I, as a realtor, am seeing is like the scaredy pants. People are bowing out, and then you have more houses for your serious buyer. Because in the end, and I know we hate to say this, but you can always refi with homestead mortgage as well.
Yeah, and that's a good point. So with these increasing interest rates, a lot of first-time home buyers may be getting a little bit scared, and they may not want to kind of jump in the market right now, which just creates more opportunity for other buyers, a little bit less competition, to have better success finding something.
Yeah.
And you guys are just winning offers. You work with about 250 agents. You work with private people, and people just call you to refinance and, of course, get pre-approved. You guys are winning.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're winning. The quick closings for me.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that we are helping our buyers do kind of strategically. Being able to close quickly is important, and there's some specific kind of key things that we do at Homestead Mortgage that allow us to do that. But also looking at appraisal waivers, if that's ever a possibility. I always run that on every single property that my buyers are putting an offer on. So if we can get an appraisal waiver, we can skip that whole appraisal completely.
Oh my gosh. How often is
which
that
is
happening?
fantastic.
Out of 10, how often is it happening?
Would you say maybe 20%?
Probably a little bit more than that, maybe 30-40%. It depends on the buyer and the property specifically.
Yeah, the area,
Right.
But yeah, that's a huge advantage if we can tie that in. That'll make your offer stand out substantially against any other competing offers.
Okay, well, this week in mortgage is great. Having a great team behind me is great too. So thank you for coming, and thank you for coming to West Bend. They do have a little office here in downtown West Bend. If you have any questions, you certainly can reach out to either one of them.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Wendy.
Thank you.
Wendy.